What if the life you're living right now is not the result of luck, chance, or coincidence, but of the invisible vibration you are sending out with every thought, every feeling, every breath? What if the struggles you face and the blessings you receive are not random, but echoes of the frequency you carry within you? Few people know this, but Thoth, the master of hidden worlds, left behind a secret capable of shifting not only your personal energy, but the very fabric of reality itself. This secret is hidden in the third most powerful law of the universe, the law of vibration. Have you ever wondered why your affirmations don't always seem to work, or why some people can walk into a room and instantly shift the energy without even saying a word? It's because the universe is not responding to what you say. It is responding to what you vibrate. Everything you think, everything you feel, everything you silently emit becomes a wave that organizes, attracts, or repels realities. And inside this law live three sacred forces that unlock real vibrational power: the fire of will, love as the highest frequency, and the spoken word as the bridge that carries the unseen into the seen. So let me ask you, do you know what your heart is broadcasting right now? Do you realize that your heart is shaping a toroidal field, a living current of energy that links you to the entire universe? Do you understand that your words are not just sounds, but vibrations powerful enough to shift the atmosphere around you? Do you see how your silent intention can spark a flame that realigns your existence with cosmic harmony? The truth is, the greatest power you will ever know is not outside of you. It has always been pulsing quietly within, waiting for you to awaken it. Picture this with me. You stand before a great, infinite source of light, pulsing at the center of creation. This light is pure energy, limitless, formless, absolute potential. But what happens to pure potential if it does not move? It remains asleep. Now imagine this light beginning to pulse, sometimes gently like a breeze, sometimes powerfully like thunder. It ripples across space, creating invisible patterns that dance and move. And in that moment, energy ceases to be silent potential. It becomes vibration. So here's the real question. What is the difference between energy and vibration? Energy is like an endless sea, vast, silent, full of potential, but without movement. It remains still. Vibration is the wind that stirs the waters, creating waves and currents that carry destiny itself. Without vibration, energy is a sleeping giant in the womb of the cosmos. But when vibration awakens it, that giant begins to move, create, and transform reality. Everyone has energy, but how many truly master vibration? How many realize that the way they think, feel, and believe creates vibrational patterns that determine the quality of their health, their relationships, their prosperity, and their peace of mind? And how many live unaware, carried by outside forces, vibrating with fear, anger, or doubt, never realizing that they are shaping their lives with every pulse of their being? Let me ask you this. Are you vibrating by choice or by reaction? Because here lies the truth. Vibration is not something that just happens to you. Vibration is something you choose. This is the difference between the one who drifts and the one who awakens as a vibrational alchemist. The one who drifts is blown about like a leaf in the wind, reacting to whatever life brings. But the alchemist knows reality is not a fixed wall. It is a living fabric of energy that bends and reshapes itself according to the subtle emissions of consciousness. So what are you choosing to emit? If your body is a musical instrument, then every thought you hold is a note, every emotion a melody. What music are you playing right now? Sadness produces sorrowful chords. Hope produces songs of light. Vibration is your silent language, the language the universe listens to, even when your lips are closed. This is why the difference between energy and vibration is so transformative. Energy is the raw material given to you at birth. It is the clay, the blank canvas, the silence before the first note of a song. But vibration is the art of shaping it. Vibration is the hand that sculpts, the brushstroke that paints, the music that brings silence to life. Energy is potential. Vibration is choice. Energy is universal. Vibration is personal. So I ask you, are you shaping your vibration, or are you letting the world shape it for you? Because you were not born to be a passive piece on the board of existence. You were born to create your own frequency, to vibrate so truthfully and so powerfully that the universe itself adjusts its winds to move in your favor. And here lies the awakening. When you understand that energy is potential and vibration is choice, you remember a power you never truly lost. You only forgot. And once you remember, life stops being random. Each day becomes part of a masterpiece you are creating, vibration by vibration. Think of it. Energy fills everything. It is in the warmth of sunlight, in the sparkle of stars, in the silence of a still morning. But energy alone is only potential. It is vibration that awakens it, gives it rhythm, direction, and form. Vibration is the hidden code that decides whether your emotions feel heavy or light, whether your thoughts destroy or create, whether your life flows with harmony or collapses into chaos. Have you ever entered a room and felt someone's energy before they even spoke? That is vibration. Have you noticed how some people carry peace while others carry tension, even in silence? That too is vibration. The universe is constantly responding to the invisible song you are playing. The question is, are you playing it consciously? Because here's the truth. Energy belongs to everyone, but vibration is what separates the unconscious from the awakened. The unconscious vibrate in reaction, drifting without direction. The awakened vibrate in intention, shaping their lives as creators. And this power isn't reserved for mystics or sages. It is your birthright. Every morning when you wake up, every thought you feed, every emotion you nurture, you are choosing your vibration. And every choice is a brushstroke painting the invisible into visible reality. For thousands of years, ancient masters taught that everything vibrates, that nothing stands still, that the visible world is only the surface of an infinite ocean of movement. They called it wisdom, faith, sacred knowledge, and now modern science, probing the heart of matter, has reached the same doorway. Vibration is the secret rhythm of creation. So let me ask you again, what vibration are you choosing to live in today? Will you vibrate fear or love, doubt or will, chaos or harmony? Because the answer to that question will not just shape your day, it will shape your destiny. Everything that looks solid to you, the ground you walk on, the objects you hold, even your own body, is made of tiny particles. Yet these particles don't behave in the way logic tells us they should. One of the most famous experiments in science, the double-slit experiment, revealed a mystery that still shakes our understanding of reality. When scientists shot electrons toward a wall with two slits, they expected the electrons to act like tiny balls, passing through one slit or the other. But that isn't what happened. If no one watched, the electrons acted like waves, as if they moved through both slits at the same time, creating patterns like ripples of water. But the moment someone observed the experiment, the electrons changed. They acted like solid particles again, passing through just one slit, as though they knew they were being watched. The only thing that changed was awareness itself. This discovery revealed something astonishing. The observer affects what is observed. Consciousness itself changes matter. Reality is not a fixed, lifeless stage where events play out whether you are there or not. Reality responds to presence. It bends to awareness. It listens to vibration. What you feel, what you believe, what you radiate is constantly shaping the way the universe arranges itself around you. Your mind is not just a tool for understanding the world. It is the very source from which the world you experience arises. Every thought is a seed cast into the invisible soil of existence. Every emotion is the water that strengthens or weakens that seed. And the vibration you sustain, the energy you continually send out, is the fruit that grows in your life. If you plant seeds of fear, you cannot harvest peace. If you plant seeds of scarcity, you cannot harvest abundance. The universe does not betray the gardener. It mirrors the quality of what is planted. Look at your life now, and you will see it is a mirror of your inner state. Every challenge, every meeting, every coincidence is a reflection of the vibrations you have carried within. You don't simply attract what you want. You attract what you are. Desire alone does not move the gears of the universe. What moves them is the vibration you actually sustain. Imagine throwing stones into a calm lake. Each stone sends ripples across the surface. Eventually, those ripples return to you. In the same way, every thought, every feeling, every belief sends waves into the field of reality. Fear sends ripples that bring back more fear. Love sends ripples that bring back more love. There is an old story of a young man who believed he was cursed by bad luck. He sought out a wise elder for help. The elder led him to a mountain lake and told him to shout words of fear into the water. As the young man did, the lake became wild and unsettled. Then the elder told him to speak words of gratitude and love. At once the water grew calm, reflecting golden light. The elder told him, "The water only responds to your voice. That is how life works. It returns the music you play." In that moment, the young man understood his battle was not against the outside world, but against the vibrations inside him. Modern science confirms what the ancients always taught. Through the study of cymatics, the science of visible sound, we see that vibration doesn't only influence matter, it shapes it. In experiments, sand on a metal plate moves into stunning geometric patterns when sound passes through it. The higher the sound frequency, the more beautiful and intricate the pattern. What was once just scattered grains becomes a living design, drawn by vibration alone. This is the same principle written into the spiral of seashells, the petals of flowers, the spin of galaxies, and the arrangement of cells in your body. All are signatures of vibration made visible. The ancients knew this well. Their temples, Pyramids and sacred symbols were built with exact proportions and alignments to mirror the harmony of the universe. They weren't just architects, they were vibrational alchemists, shaping matter with awareness of cosmic sound. Your own life follows this same law. Every thought, every emotion, every intention is like a vibration playing upon the invisible plate of the universe, arranging the particles of your reality. Your body is not separate from this process. It is the instrument through which it happens. Every emotion you feel is a note. Joy vibrates high and light like the song of morning birds. Sadness resonates deep and heavy like thunder in a valley. Fear contracts, closing doors that could have been open. Love expands, harmonizes, and aligns you with the rhythm of creation. Your body is not only physical flesh and bone, it is an antenna, receiving and transmitting energy at every moment. Each of your energy centers, known for thousands of years as chakras, receives and sends frequencies that shape your physical, emotional, and spiritual state. Even your breath, something so simple you often forget it, is a tool of tuning. Every inhale draws a new vibration. Every exhale releases the old. Deep within your brain lies the pineal gland, the eye of the soul, able to sense dimensions beyond ordinary sight. It is through this that you dream, receive intuition, and touch higher states of awareness. Even in silence, you are speaking. Even when still, you are vibrating. Every thought is a ripple. Every feeling is a signal. Every choice alters your frequency, and the universe, faithful and responsive, mirrors what you are vibrating, not what you pretend, not what you wish, but what you truly sustain. That is why the greatest work is not changing the outer world, but tuning the inner song. Think of your emotions as strings on a harp. Fear, guilt, and anger pull those strings out of tune, making the music harsh. Gratitude, forgiveness, and love tune the strings back into harmony. When your harp is in tune, the music you emit is so clear that life itself leans in to listen. The universe cannot help but respond in harmony when your vibration is harmonious. At the center of this great symphony lies your heart. For a long time, people believed the brain was the master of human life. But both ancient wisdom and modern science reveal something greater. The heart emits the strongest field of energy in the body. It is the true conductor of your vibration, shaping how the universe reflects back to you. The heart is the center of resonance, the place where thought and feeling meet to create the song that writes your reality. Reality is not fixed. It is not indifferent. It is alive, breathing, vibrating with you. Every moment you are painting the canvas of your life with invisible colors. Every breath, every thought, every emotion is a brushstroke shaping the world you live in. You are not a bystander on a stage you cannot touch. You are the gardener planting seeds, the musician tuning strings, the artist shaping the design, the creator painting your story into existence. And the truth is simple, yet powerful beyond measure. Life does not give you what you ask for. It gives you the reflection of what you vibrate with your whole being. The human heart carries a power that is rarely understood. It generates an energy field thousands of times stronger than the brain, which means the feelings inside your chest have far greater influence over your reality than the thoughts passing through your mind. Your heart is not just a muscle that pumps blood. It is your inner compass, a living sun within you that constantly radiates waves of vibration into the world. These waves do not stop at the edges of your skin. They expand far beyond, reaching into the invisible web of energy that connects everything in existence. Science can measure this field, and it is more than just a poetic idea. Every beat of your heart broadcasts the emotions you carry. When those emotions are shaped by love, peace, gratitude, or compassion, your heart sends out a field so expansive and magnetic that it reorganizes life around you. When those emotions are shaped by fear, anger, or despair, the field contracts, and life mirrors that contraction back to you. This is why thoughts by themselves are not enough to create change. Positive thinking without true feeling is like trying to sail a boat with no wind. The sails may be up, but the vessel cannot move. Thoughts give direction, but feelings give power. Intention born in the mind only becomes creation when it is carried by the energy of the heart. When you truly feel aligned with your thoughts, your whole field begins to work like a current in the ocean of existence, pulling towards you the experiences and opportunities that match your inner song. The universe does not respond to words alone. It responds to the vibration behind the words, the truth in the feeling that fuels them. This is why sound and speech hold such great importance. Every word you speak carries energy. Words are not empty. They are living forces, each one a condensed vibration that ripples outward through space and imprints itself into the field around you. When you speak words of love, hope, or gratitude, those vibrations spread like waves of light across a still lake, lifting not only your own energy, but also the atmosphere around you. When you speak words of anger, bitterness, or despair, the opposite occurs. Heavy waves fill your space and weigh down your spirit. Mantras, affirmations, and prayers are not just religious habits or cultural traditions. They are vibrational technologies. To repeat a mantra is not to recite meaningless syllables. It is to vibrate intention into sound, to draw invisible patterns that restructure your inner and outer world. Every word spoken with awareness acts like a seed planted in the soil of the universe. This is why the ancients honored sound, music, and chanting. They knew harmony in reality begins with harmony in vibration, and harmony in vibration begins with the word. Even with this knowledge, life brings moments of heaviness. No one is free from dense emotions. Fear, grief, sadness, or anger may pass through your body like clouds through the sky. But nothing you feel is permanent. Vibration is movement, and what moves can always be transformed. This is the essence of inner alchemy, not to run from shadow, but to transmute it into light, to turn the weight of lead into the brilliance of gold within yourself. There are simple ways to do this. You can close your eyes and remember a moment when you felt deeply loved, safe, or strong, and allow that memory to become present again in your body, filling you with its frequency. You can take slow, conscious breaths, knowing that each breath resets and reorganizes the energy of your field, that even 3 deep breaths can shift the state of your being. You can visualize yourself surrounded by golden light, letting that light seep into every cell until your whole field expands outward like the sun, touching the horizon. These practices are not about denying emotions or pretending to be happy. They are about remembering that you carry the power to transform anything you feel. At first, this work can feel unstable. One day you may feel elevated, radiant, and full of light. and the next you may notice yourself sinking back into old patterns. This is not failure. It is simply the process of retraining your energy, the way a weak muscle trembles when it is first exercised after long rest. Vibrational strength is built over time, through persistence. What matters is not never falling, but always returning to your center when you notice you have drifted. This persistence is not about forcing joy or clinging to positivity. It is about learning to tune yourself again and again, the way a musician tunes their instrument. When your soul feels out of tune, you pause, breathe, and gently bring it back into harmony. Over time, this practice becomes natural. You begin to radiate love, gratitude, and strength not as a forced effort, but because it has become who you are. To keep your vibration steady, you must also guard it against the small leaks that quietly weaken it. Endless distractions, constant notifications, and too much noise scatter your energy. Complaints, even silent ones, lower your frequency by declaring to the universe that something is wrong. Judgments separate you from others and break the harmony of unity you are trying to sustain. Fear-driven news floods your senses with heaviness and subtly poisons your field. Protecting your energy does not mean isolating yourself or pretending the world is perfect. It means choosing with wisdom what you allow into your sacred space. It means knowing when to turn off the noise, when to walk away from draining conversations, and when to rest in silence. It means protecting your inner flame as if it were a delicate fire burning in the middle of a storm. When you protect your vibration and persist in raising it, you begin to notice something extraordinary. You hear what feels like the music of the universe. Life is not random. It is a vast symphony. The stars move in rhythm. The tides rise and fall. The seasons shift. The sun rises and sets. That same rhythm lives in your breath and in the beating of your heart. To tune into this rhythm is to dance with the greater cycles of existence. Just as trees wait for spring to bloom and rivers flow around stones rather than fighting them, you too find ease when you align with natural timing. When you act in harmony with this greater rhythm, life opens before you. Doors swing wide without struggle. Answers arrive before questions are asked. But when you resist the rhythm, forcing results, pushing against cycles of rest, or demanding outcomes before their time, life feels heavy and full of resistance. Harmony comes when you let your vibration dance with the greater dance of the cosmos. Within this alignment lie three sacred keys. The first is fire, the inner will, the flame that drives you to create, to move, to live with purpose. Without will, vibration scatters and intention fades. With it, your energy becomes focused and unstoppable. The second is love, not love limited by conditions or expectations, but pure love that sees everything as connected, as part of the same living fabric. Love is the highest frequency, the force that expands your field until it reorganizes the world around you in light. Love is not simply an emotion. It is the language of the universe itself. The third is the word, sound given form through speech, the conscious expression of will, and love condensed into vibration. Every word spoken with awareness is a command to the unseen, a frequency that shapes reality. Fire, love, and the word together are the great keys of creation. With them, vibration ceases to be something you try to reach and becomes who you are. When you embody these keys, You are no longer separate from creation. You are both the musician and the instrument, both the dancer and the dance. Your vibration becomes a living current recognized by the universe, and life begins to respond in harmony with your song. This is not theory. It is the art of vibrational living. It is the daily choice to breathe, to feel, to speak, and to act from the space of your heart. And when you live this way, new doors open before you, portals to deeper wisdom and greater connection. The journey does not end here. It continues endlessly, expanding as far as you are willing to feel, to love, to vibrate, and to become.